Shout out to Minato first and foremost for making this post, which we will be referencing today. But this is one of those things that I am, of course, very interested in. I love doing a little bit of predicting when it comes to Dokkan Battle, not because I think that the predictions are important or the predictions are always on point or what have you, but I do think it is interesting to sort of conjure an idea of what's coming so that we know what we're saving for, so that we know when we can take breaks, so that we know when Dokkan might be moving towards something that's maybe a little less hype and we can just continue to save. So Minato says, since we are on the topic of Tanabata and upcoming Dokkan releases, remember that Tanabata is probably, I'm not saying 100%, but probably confirmed for around the 8th of September. This is because of the live event being shown, the possibly new mechanic or new something that we'll be getting. Worldwide Download Celebration did not have a new mechanic, but it is all but, I'm not going to say confirmed, but it is assumed that something new will be coming in Tanabata because it is going to be a big celebration, the thank you celebration or what have you, right? So, since we're on the topic of Tanabata, upcoming releases, as much as myself and others also would like Daima, I do wonder about the possibility of seeing one of these upcoming large celebrations centered around movies. Tons of movies and EZAs are starting to build up, and if you've been following this channel, and by the way, to you who are not following this channel, I would greatly appreciate a like or a subscription, whatever it is. I can't complain too much because my last video did very well, especially for this channel, and thank you for anyone who is back from that previous video and watching this one. But let me go back over to what I think could be coming up, and it follows a theory I've had for a year or two now. And here we have it. The metal cooler from Dragon Ball Legends. Of course, this isn't a Dragon Ball Legends video, but I will just say that a point I've made time and time again is that Dokkan and Legends sort of work in a sort of symbiosis, right? They like doing some of the same things. And who is this character if not another of many that need an EZA? Cooler himself is waiting on this metal cooler as well as his final form state for an EZA, and so are the Goku and Vegeta who fight against the metal cooler army, right? These are big time EZAs. These are movie EZAs. I've been saying over and over and over as I let the rest of these play out, because some heat animations, as I let the rest of these play out, that movies as a celebration could be the next landing spot for a major celebration. I would say that it is almost certainly Namek and Goku, or Legend, or what do they call it in what do they call it in Legends? Legacy of Evil or whatever, and maybe like Saiyan versus Saiyans or something like that. Or it's a Wicked Bloodline celebration versus Goku and Vegeta, which I think would be pretty heat, right? I'm pretty sure that'd be pretty heat for Tanabata. Which means the thing I want to get to after that, of course, is actually, wait, this isn't updated. Which means, now that it's updated, the thing I want to get to is what EZAs we have on stock, because we did not see the GT1. I would arguably say that, you know, a Super 17 is in the pipeline, especially in 2023, where we have a Super 17 celebration all but set with the arrival of the Strength Super 17's EZA. But the big contender here are twofold for me. The ROF Blues and Golden Frieza, as well as a Wicked Bloodlines cooler and Metal cooler. Or I could easily see a movies package with the Gammas here, with Gohan and Orange Piccolo here. All things that I'm sure Minato touched upon in his video covering this, but I just wanted to sort of come back on the idea because it has been something I've been talking about for months at this point, right? I bring this sheet up so often to say, hey, these are the EZAs that are coming. Another big thing that we're sort of seeing build on the timeline, if you remember, is AGL Super Trunks here, or I guess AGL Trunks here, who turns into Super Saiyan Trunks. The 17 and 18, who I expect to get an LR with a 17 and 18 exchange unit, maybe versus a Trunks, successor Trunks from Legends, who exchanges into Gohan. This is a home run celebration right here. 3 major units, 2 super units, 1 extreme unit, It's perfect. They could even add a fourth extreme or super unit by adding in the What If Goku and Gohan, but arguably that is more so allocated to a Cell saga, Cell quote-unquote saga celebration. The other issue is that, again, if you don't count these as if you do count these as movies, then this square, this like little L piece rather of units right here are technically, you know, 4 TV runs, 4 TV movies. The Wrath of the Dragon is a movie, actually. There are, and then of course the Gohan Super Saiyan 2 from after the Cell saga where he fights Bojack. There are just a lot of moving pieces that sit on a 1 movie celebration, 2 Android celebration, or 3 Wicked Bloodline celebration. And I do kind of want to look at the tags themselves and see which is most likely in terms of who's getting support, and then we'll talk about my Daima theory. And here we are. So again, Android / Cell saga looks so primed for anything, more so the Android side, since we have already gotten a Cell from this year, as well as a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from this year. He's right here, right? So Android specifically looks more like the character study or the case study here. I would say Androids hasn't gotten anything in a long time. They could Super EZA this character if they wanted. The free-to-play Super EZAs have been immaculate, right? Immaculate. I think that would be huge. They'd EZA this character here, and then they would pick up on some smaller characters here, and of course right here. This would probably be the capstone, right? This and an exchange unit, Trunks and Gohan, with the intro where Trunks, oh my god, where the intro where Gohan dies maybe, and then he goes Super Saiyan, would just be way too crazy. Imagine if it was like an exchange unit, and on one side you had a Gohan who had a revive, and on the other side you just had like a Trunks and Gohan, like original What If animation. Would that not be some fire? And if the Gohan dies on his side, you can use a if the Gohan dies on his side, you can get him like a revive, and then it switches to only Trunks, kind of like how the Gamma unit, Gamma 1 and 2 unit does the revive into just Gamma 1. Fire. The other thing we're seeing, obviously, Golden Frieza looks primed to have one of the best EZAs of all time. I mean, this character literally just needs damage, right? All right, 90% damage reduction. I mean, 90% damage reduction isn't end all be all anymore, but assuming he gets like the stat boost he needs, 90% will be more than fine. And then he really just needs damage. He'll just blast the enemy, right? So this character looks insane. Maybe actually make this good. It doesn't really matter. This character will be crazy. Metal Cooler and STR Cooler. Metal Cooler never had a chance to be good, according to everyone. According to everything I've ever heard, this character never got a chance to be good. I do love this character aesthetically. This character rules. Great animations, great color work. Active skill could be a little more punchy, but that's about it. But yeah, this is a character that I could see being extremely strong. He also happens to be a carnival, and they usually do not fuck around with the big celebration DFEs and carnivals. This Cooler is going to be a monster. Imagine this character just supering like 5 times in a turn, and each of them are like 80 million, right? I mean, he also stacks. They could give him stacking here as well. Wouldn't matter. And then into like this doing 99999 damage. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, come on, it'd be peak. Some of the best animations in the game still. As far as the team goes, it's essentially nothing. I would love for this to be a Frieza DFE. I would love for the, I know we got the Frieza from the Universal Survival Saga, but I would love for this to be a proper Frieza Wicked Bloodlines DFE. King Cold is in the Legends campaign right now. I think that would be very cool. All that to just say, I think there are plans here, and I mean, even just coming back here really quickly, Super EZA this, you know, just jump ahead, right? It doesn't really matter. Why not? This is a free-to-play unit. Who cares? Does anyone care? Like, how many of you have actually seen this character's animations? I was playing when this character got EZA'd, and I don't think I remember. Right? Like, who knows? But again, that would be skipping far ahead. That's probably not going to happen, but, you know, hopeful. Movie heroes and movie bosses is a huge one. A huge one. because movie heroes, again, could have the coolers in it, could have... Actually, haven't they done a lot of them? I guess it could have the Golden Frieza in it, obviously. Who they would have lead this, though, that's sort of where it splinters off. Like, is there a movie heroes character that jumps off the screen here? Maybe a Bojack, if you could believe it. I mean, people are always saying, oh my god, part 2 Bojack or whatever. And then have, like, the other one be a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I do think this is fine. I think this is hype enough. But would they do it? I mean, maybe. I think Dokkan's been getting really experimental with who they decide to put out, so... And obviously, I think a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan can definitely, you know, bear the load of a celebration by himself, so... Other than that, though, we would have the gods here who would definitely get a boost from having a strong movie heroes to lead, but, I mean, this team is disparate. The Gogeta's here. We could EZA, Tapion and Minosha. EZA, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then that's it right now. Back to the EZAs again. I don't know if they even count this character, but I mean, again, a TV special like a mini arc, so I guess they don't technically count that character. I'm sure that drove someone crazy. I'm sure someone was screaming at their monitor when they heard me call that a movie character. God, it's like a filler arc. It's like it's like an extended episode essentially. But yeah, a villains. This is pretty dire. It's going to be cool when this character EZAs because he also never had a chance to be good because his team fucking sucks. But yeah, we're still waiting on that. But I said I'd mention Daima, and what is the Daima thing waiting in the wings? It's Power Wishes. The biggest reason of all, and I don't know how many people have talked about this, maybe I missed it, maybe Minato talked about this, the biggest reason that I think we're moving towards a Power of Wishes 11th anniversary. Right here. Right here. You know what I mean? It seems foolish at this point. I mean, I know where Nano and Truth are at this point where they're like, just get it in the game. At this point, with how long they've waited, it actually feels foolish to do Daima now when you could just do it when you have all these EZAs that could possibly show up, right? These 2023 EZAs. I mean, this is a year of Power of Wishes, remember that. This is a year of Power of Wishes. And alongside the year of Power of Wishes, and I didn't bring them up because, you know, it didn't really cross my mind, is this character who is also a movie's character, right? It's just one of those things. And this is a New Year's character as well, right? Alongside Gohan. So it'd be right on time for the anniversary. I just think that the further away we get from Daima being in the game, the you know, it's just been forever at this point, the closer we are to actually just being Power of Wishes. Like it could be. It could just that easily. We get a Power of Wishes celebration. We could you know, super easy. When did this guy EZA? Oh, did he not even EZA? He'd EZA this guy. He's a Power of Wishes character. He'd go on Goma's team. He should have demonic power, right? Yeah, right here. Just that easy. Like, I don't know. They could I guess they wouldn't do this, but I mean, they EZA free-to-play characters during the same celebration sometimes. They could bring this character back for Goma's team, EZA him. You know, he's a free-to-play character. He doesn't follow the rules. Remember when they EZA'd the Wrath Broly the same celebration? Like, they could do it. Again, he is just a free-to-play character, so they could technically do it. I just think there are a lot of these characters, though, that are obviously in the Power of Wishes category, never got a chance to be good. Could show up. Revenge is another category that's here. And it wouldn't really move the needle as far as, like, oh, why didn't they save that? Like, Power of Wishes seems obvious. Here is my expectation. If Daima is not Tanabata, then it is the 11th anniversary, and it's Power of Wishes. You'll quote me. That is my expectation. If Daima is not Tanabata, then it is Power of Wishes anniversary, and we'll get some mix of cards. We'll get Daima Goku, Daima Vegeta, Goma, and then Glorio, I guess. I don't know. Kuindu, I guess, could be one, but that seems the most obvious. I think the Goma team is gonna be ass. He literally needs to lead Power of Wishes or something, and like demonic power or Dragon Ball Seekers. Like, what would it would need to be something particular. Is the Goma card in here anywhere? Could I easily find him? Let me see if I could just really quickly. He's only a boss card, right? Because we can't collect him. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna go look for it. But yeah, he would need to lead demonic power and something extra. I would hope maybe power of wishes or something like that, because otherwise, Terrifying Conqueror, he technically leads the planet, right? He technically does. You know, I guess I don't know. I guess he's not. He's the Lord of the Demon Realm, but I don't know if that's the same. Successors he could lead because he succeeded to the throne. Sworn enemies, because he and Goku don't exactly make amends. They have to beat his ass. Battle of Fate he could lead. Like, Goma has a lot of categories that he could lead that would make sense. Full Power, obviously, could be another one he leads, but it's going to be Demonic Power +1, and I think Power of Wishes just makes the most sense. So, yeah. If you do not see Daima show up in the next big celebration, just quote me when I say that shit is coming for anniversary, 11th anniversary. With all that being said, though, like if you like the video, subscribe to the club. We'll go make it, and peace.